And what's the reasonable prospect?
Is about to occur.
And what's the reasonable prospect?
But there isn't one.
Exactly. So why mention it?
But if they were to ask you to
That's like saying I have the power to do a citizen's arrest. It's not appropriate in this situation.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Here at UK Audits, we shine a light on police misconduct and hold public officials accountable. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming videos.
You have the authority to deal with. It has to go to the Information Commissioner office, so it's outside of your remit. So I'm not going to bother you with it.
Okay. So you're just going to sit here and record, or did you want to talk to one of the members of staff? Or was it
I've already spoken to the members of staff, but they don't seem to be taking on board anything that I've given them advice on.
So what was your queries to them?
No queries, advice.
What was your advice?
The fact that the G4S security shouldn't be handling personal information, they don't have the correct training. I have word from DWP on that. And just the way that they were speaking to claimants when I came in, and I was recording some information on the leaflets, and I could overhear the way that they were talking to a claimant was very rude, condescending, and just generally disgusting. Not the way you would expect a government employee to talk to a citizen. It was very rude, so I said to them that that's unacceptable, and I will be reporting that to the appropriate person, who will be the MP for the DWP. I'll be reporting that directly to them.
That's the correct way to go
Absolutely,
with it,
yeah. So I was just recording, and then they said, you need to stop recording. I said, no, it's a public place, I can record here. And they said, well, they're going to call the police. And I said, well, if they're going to waste your time to get you here, I'm not going to make you waste your time then looking for me. I'll wait for you, so you can tell them that I'm in a public place, I can record, you can't kick me out, and then we can all move on with our day.
It's not with our times, but obviously if you've got right. So are you a customer? So
there's no customers, there's claimants.
So are you dealing with?
No, I just came in to have a look around at the information on the boards and stuff, and to see how this Jobcentre was handling people's data, something that I'd taken interest in, government bodies.
Can I just ask, are you recording?
I am, yes.
Okay, so we're also recording.
There we go, finally got there. I was going to pull you up on that because it was a bit late on that one. You should have told me as soon as you turned your camera on.
Were you recording conversations with?
No, I was recording information in a conversation I overheard. The camera might have picked it up, I'm not sure. But even if it did, they shouldn't be having that conversation in a public place, should they?
Okay. Obviously, there's an expectation of privacy if claimants are sitting at the desk over there. It's a sort of cordoned off area.
No, it's not cordoned off at all, though, is it?
Privacy screens.
Yeah, but I wasn't there. I was at the desk where all that public information. So the issue there comes. Well, if I'm recording, if I'm not recording, okay, and I overhear a private conversation and I overhear private details, that's still a data breach, whether I've recorded it or not. The fact that I've heard it is the data breach.
I'm not really interested in data breaches.
I am. I really am.
It's not our business.
Yeah, exactly.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping into a rights versus policy standoff at a job center. The auditor lays out why he's here: staff tone, data protection worries, and the claim that filming in a public area is lawful. He refuses to play hide and seek with officers, choosing to wait on site. This opener frames the stakes. Are officials bound by law or convenience? And who actually has authority when filming meets government space?
Well, that's what I said to you, see, that's why I didn't really want to bother you with it.
You've been asked to leave by staff, so you have to leave.
I haven't been asked to leave at all.
Do you want this gentleman to leave?
Don't solicit a trespass. What? Don't solicit a trespass and nod your head. Who are you? What's your collar number there?
1798.
1798 CN.
Told me he's asked you to leave.
And CN22. Well, he's lied to you then. He's lied to you. It's all recorded on camera, so he's lied to you.
Yeah, he's saying he's never been asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You just confirmed that you've asked him to leave.
You've asked me to stop recording.
And you continue to record.
Yeah, you never once asked me to leave.
Okay. So can we just confirm? No longer
so you're still soliciting a trespass?
Can you just confirm to me, for his benefit, because there's obviously a bit of debate over this, is he welcome on the premises or not?
No. If he can leave because he's refusing to stop recording us.
Can't really be clearer than that.
Okay. In that case, is that something that you two can get involved in?
Well, you're not trespassing.
Is that a police matter?
We will assist him in removing
It's a
you, yes.
civil issue. You don't have the power.
We will assist him in
That's a
removing
civil
you.
issue.
Sorry, I'm not going to argue this with you. We will assist him in removing you. I'm aware it's a civil matter. I know what I'm doing.
You clearly don't.
We will assist him in removing you.
Okay.
And we will use reasonable force to do that.
You don't have the power to do that. This is not my first rodeo here, Constable.
I get your auditing. It's fine.
It's not exactly.
I know what I'm doing and I know my
you really don't, clearly, because you're threatening to put hands on me.
So, there's an easy way to do this and there's a difficult way.
Yeah, the easy way is for you to understand your remit.
Right. So what's your intention? You're just going to sit here all afternoon?
Once you've told them that I'm okay to record in a public place...
There's no issue. He said that to me. He knows that you're allowed to record.
So then why is he trying to trespass me for exercising a human right? No, but he has given me a reason. He's told me the reason I can't be here is because I'm recording, which is a breach of my human rights.
The first thing he said to me was, I know it's not illegal.
Okay.
So he knows it's not illegal.
Okay, so you know what Article 10 of the Human Rights Act is?
So it's not illegal to film.
No. Okay.
But if they don't want you to do it, they're within their rights to ask you to leave.
What was your oath? Can I ask you that, Constable? Did you not take an oath to uphold the human rights of citizens of this country? Not government bodies, citizens.
Right. You're aware that you're trespassing now?
Civilly.
Yes, it's a civil matter.
Yes.
But you're aware that the occupier of the premise can use reasonable force to remove you?
The occupiers, you cannot.
And that we can assist the occupier?
No, you cannot.
Yes, we can.
No, you cannot.
Yes,
There is case law from the Court of Appeals that disagrees with you. You put hands on me and I will take you to court.
To prevent a breach of the peace.
It's not a breach of the peace.
Right.
The officers test the boundary first. Staff want filming stopped, and civil trespass is floated, with talk of reasonable force. The auditor holds ground, arguing police can't enforce a civil remedy with hands-on removal. The room tightens. This is the first real stress test of power, assertion versus statute, and the moment viewers sense whether confidence is backed by knowledge or just volume.
My peace. I'm sat here peacefully. I had a very pleasant conversation with the security.
Yeah, so you can use reasonable force to remove this gentleman, and we can be here to prevent a breach of the peace. Okay, so would you like to do that?
Bear in mind, your G4S policy states not to put hands on people unless in self-defence. If you put hands on me, you will be fired from your job. It is not in G4S policy to put hands on anybody unless it's in self-defence. I don't want to get you in trouble. You've been very polite to me. I am just giving you a warning that they are putting you in a position that you are going to lose your job for.
Listen, let's just do it peacefully.
Okay.
Because we're all adults.
Okay. You're very polite and I really respect that, so I'm going to lower my tone with you, okay? I don't want these constables to put you in a position that you're going to lose your job for, because I will file a complaint and I will make sure that you lose your jobs if you put hands on me.
We're happy to leave. He's going to sit here until you close.
Your company policy states that you are not to get physical.
Then you can use reasonable force to remove it.
And they will get fired for it because their company policies. Their company policy. I'm not listening about the law. I know what the law is. I know that they can use reasonable force. Yes, but they will lose their jobs. You're putting them in a position to lose their job because their policies say not to get physical unless it's self-defence.
And if they can make their own decision as to what they want to do.
Well, then I'm trying to advise them because the lady has been very polite.
Okay.
And I'm trying to...
He shifts the frame from building rules to human rights. Article 10 is his anchor, freedom of expression and gathering information for a public audience. Then he invokes the constable's oath. Protect citizens' rights, not office policies. It's a precision strike, turning a House rule into a constitutional discussion. The narrative pivots. If rights are at stake, officers must cite law, not preference.
I'm trying to not get them fired here.
Cooperate with them. If she's been nice to you, why don't you just cooperate?
Because it's not about how polite somebody is being, it's about the fact that they need to understand that they cannot refuse citizens their human rights in public places.
Okay, so are you happy with that now?
No, because they clearly don't understand, because they're still trying to...
So, like you said, you are going to raise...
Legally you can, but your policy, your company policy will get you fired for it, sir.
All what we are asking
Yes.
to leave.
Okay.
If you finish whatever you have to do, from the very beginning, we were showing you politeness.
Yes, you have, and I'd like to think I've been polite to you as well. I haven't raised my voice at you. I let you know of data breaches that were going on politely, and then I had a very polite conversation with you, and I've not raised my voice at you. I've not been aggressive towards you.
If you haven't got any appointment or you haven't got anything, because before you have to film, you need their authority. Or you need their permission.
The memo from the DWP says different, sir.
Attention returns to security. He warns the G4S policy forbids laying hands on anyone except in self-defense, spelling out job risk if they act beyond remit. The tone is firm yet measured. Less provocation, more consequence. It converts physical pressure into organizational liability, cooling heads. For viewers, it illustrates how calmly citing policy can neutralize the urge to escalate.
And this is what I tried to tell you when I arrived, when I tried to tell the manager. There is a memo from the DWP that says that we are allowed to record in public places and there is nothing legally they can do apart from serve an injunction, and they have to go through the court to serve an injunction. Otherwise, they cannot stop it. If this was an appointment-only building, which it's not, some job centres are appointment-only, this one is not, then that would not be classed as a public place. This one, the public can come in, have a look at the notice boards, and I can come and look at that information. This is a public place and I'm allowed to record here, sir. Okay, and I don't want to put you have been polite, and I don't want to put you in a position where you get physical with me
I know the
and you
law,
end up
so
losing
I'm
your
not
job.
going- I'm not going to put myself into that kind of
Good, and I'm glad that you're
Don't
not going
know
to
about
do
this
that.
kind of recording. All that we have to tell you is that it's not allowed with that
Okay,
information.
and I
That's
disagree.
what we said
I
to you.
disagree. And if the manager would get the memo and I could show you, because I'm aware of the memo, I have a printed copy at home. I didn't bring it with me today. I have a printed copy of it, and it says in the first 4 sentences, people are allowed to record in public places. There is no law against recording in public places, and that basically the DWP cannot stop people from recording. I'm talking very nicely here. I'm done with you. I'm talking very nicely here.
That's not being disputed.
Well, it
He knows
clearly
it's not
is,
legal,
because
but
they're
it's-
kicking me out because I'm recording, so it is being disputed, isn't it?
So he knows it's not illegal. You're allowed to record.
So why is he kicking me out for
But
it
you're no
then?
longer welcome on the premises.
Why?
It's separate from.
It's
the fact
not.
that
It's
allowed
not.
to
If
record
he
or
had just
not.
asked me to leave without giving me a reason, yes. But because he stated it's because I'm recording, that is a breach of Article 14 of my human rights. And you have an oath to uphold my human rights, Constable. You have an
How long have you
oath.
been police officer?
You have an oath.
How long
Do you want to
have
know
you
how
been
many
police officer?
constables I have up on disciplinary charges? How many times I'm suing the Met Police? Do you really want to know?
I don't recognise you.
No, you
You
don't.
mustn't be that followed. You're not
I don't-
you're not AB.
No, I'm not AB. You're right.
I thought
I'm
this
quite
whole
well
thing
followed.
was sort of like falling off.
I'm quite well followed.
How many followers?
More than you.
Oh, I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, exactly, there you go.
You do.
Yeah. About 40,000 at the moment.
I thought they only done this at police station.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Any government body.
Police
Any
stations are
government body.
Yeah, so you come Jobcentre.
Any government body. I've been doing Jobcentre since before I was doing police stations, my friend.
Um,
Government bodies.
government
You find interest in this?
I do find an interest in it. I find an interest in holding our government to
Receipts arrive. He references a DWP memo allowing recording in public areas and notes injunctions, not ad hoc bans, are the lawful route to stop filming. This site isn't appointment only, so the public status stands. By anchoring claims in process and definitions, he undercuts the no recording refrain. It's policy literacy used as leverage, tilting momentum toward open accountability.
account. That's what I find an interest in. I think it's highly important. I think it's a duty of a citizen to hold our government to account.
Like you said, they're being
They are, and I'm being very polite with them back. Yeah, and I'm being very polite with them back. But being polite and disagreeing are 2 separate issues. You can disagree with somebody while being polite, but they are because they're trying to kick me out, and that's where we're disagreeing. It's the fact that they are trying to kick me out for exercising a human right. And that is a violation of Article 14. I'm exercising Article 10, and kicking me out because I'm exercising Article 10 is a violation of Article 14. Okay? Do you understand that? You took an oath to our human rights. You should know what our rights are.
I do know the rights.
So what other articles are there? If you know your rights so well.
I'm not going to list them out right
You give me 1 or 2. Give me anything from your oath, other than the fact that you've oathed to uphold our rights. Anything else from your
Do
oath?
you work, sir?
Pardon?
Do you have a job?
Do you have a job?
Yes,
No,
this is my job.
it's not a job.
What pays my
You
bills?
scrounge off citizens. That's what you do.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you could say the police pay scales is scrounging. Yeah. But
No, I mean in fact that you steal our taxes to come around and abuse people's rights.
using your rights.
Well, he is because he's trying to physically remove me.
That's a no then.
He threatened to physically remove me.
Did we put hands on
You said you are going to assist them.
I said we can assist. The law
You
allows us to do that.
cannot.
Of course it does.
You
Of
cannot.
course it does.
You cannot. There is case law.
We can use common law to prevent breach of peace. Use
But
reasonable force to
what's the
prevent
breach of the peace here?
Well, there isn't one at the moment.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not doing anything.
Exactly. So yes, you do have that power, but
Thank
you
you.
have
I'm
to
glad we
be.
agree.
But you have to be. It has to
glad
be.
we
It
agree.
has
I
to
know
be
what I'm
a breach
talking
of the
about.
peace. But why bring it up if there's not a breach of
Well,
the
there has to be a
peace?
reasonable prospect. A genuine, honest
And what's
belief
the
that a
reasonable
breach of peace
prospect?
is about to occur.
And what's the reasonable prospect?
Well, there isn't one at the moment.
Exactly. So why mention it?
But if they were to ask you to
That's
remove
like
them,
saying
you
that's
start struggling with
that's
them.
like saying I have the power to do a citizen's arrest. It's not appropriate in this situation. So why would I mention it? You don't. That the power is not appropriate.
There's
So
no-
why
there's
mention
no
it?
offence committed, so
Exactly.
it's
So
not
why
then.
exactly?
Yeah.
But there's no breach of the peace. So why mention it?
Because
You want to flout your
You
fucking
didn't let me
ego.
answer.
You want to flout your ego is what you
Not
want to
swearing
do.
here.
You want to flout your ego is what you want to do.
I want to move on to the next job.
Well, go then.
Because people
Bugger
need our
off.
help. All right.
Bugger off then.
But we're here.
Oh, bugger off
Which is
then.
causing a scene.
I'm not causing a scene. You're causing a scene.
We've been called here.
Assist removal is dissected. He argues that assisting implies physical action, a threat where no breach of the peace exists. The officer's fallback, public, order doesn't fit a calm scene. He presses for the exact legal power, not the possibility of one. The effect is surgical. Remove the justification, remove the action. Authority must carry a section number, not a mood.
We can't just ignore the call. We
Well, no, you've come and you've attended the call.
Yeah.
You said
No,
there's no
I'm
offence.
waiting,
There's
and I'm
no.
waiting for these people to decide what they want to do.
But your oath is to the citizens, not to the corporations or to the government. Your oath is to the crown of this country, not the government, and your oath is to uphold the rights of citizens. Okay, not to uphold the policies of local job centres.
What about the
That's
rights
not
of
what your
citizens
oath.
to have conversations with their consultants without
And
someone
if this
filming?
goes online, I will blur that out. The only reason I've recorded that is so that when I send it to the DWP and the ICO, the evidence is there.
What would you like? It's obviously it's up to you whether you want it to stay or not.
Can I have your word?
Of course you can.
God, this Irish constable is a right prick. You're not too bad, to be fair. I'll give you dues. You're a lot more calm and professional. He's a bit of a prick.
Don't say that about my colleague, please.
But he is. He
There's
is.
no reason.
There's
to say
absolutely
that.
every need.
isn't
There
at
is.
all.
There is. I'm not calling you a prick. You haven't even got a blue line badge on. I appreciate that as well. But no, your colleague is. Likes to flout his ego and think that he's got all controlling power over me, but he doesn't. Until an offence.
With no offense identified, he urges the officers to conclude they've attended, assessed, and found nothing actionable. He reminds them their oath is to citizens, not to a site's internal policies. The pressure flips. Remaining becomes optics, not law. Viewers see how persistence and precise boundaries nudge authorities from posture to decision.
Has been committed. You have no power.
We didn't say we had any.
He did. He's threatened to put hands on me to remove me from this building.
He never did that.
He threatened it. He said he was going to.
You have it all recorded.
Yes.
What did he say?
He said he's going to assist them in removing me from the building.
And that's threatening.
Yes, it is. That's a threat of an assault because you don't have that power.
That's a threat of assault.
Yes, you don't have that power to put hands on me for a civil matter.
Assist.
Assisting how? How else would you assist other than to physically remove me if I refuse?
We can assist.
Assist how? Assist how? What, physically?
What?
Physically?
We can.
You cannot. You cannot. And I'll be taking this up with who's your supervisor, for example? Who's like in charge of Islington area?
You can find that out.
The commissioner. Is it commissioner? No, commander, isn't it? Commander, you call it. Your local commander. Okay.
They've changed their mind and they're willing to let you stay.
Because they know that you've got nothing that you can do. Bugger off. Bugger off. I'm done. Bugger off. Bugger off. Exactly. So what? Exactly. We could have figured it out 10 minutes ago. You didn't have to stay here all this time, did you? Bugger off. See you later, mate.
The tide turns, management relents, and the officers back away. He pointedly tells them to move on. The confrontation deflates without drama. It's a clean resolution on camera, and the message is plain. When rights are correctly asserted and no lawful basis exists to intervene, retreat is the only professional option.
There we go, guys. So yeah, Irish constable, bit of a prick. Yeah, they will be getting complaints for the threat of trying to physically remove me, which they don't have the power to do. And yeah, the ICO and the MP for the DWP will be getting the footage for the breaches of data protection. Breaches of data under data protection. Absolutely disgusting, that Irish constable. What an absolute prick. There we go. Just wanted to say before I go, I'm really, really happy that you didn't put yourself in a position that you would have got fired from your job for, because honestly, I'm sure you're aware it's in your company policies not to get physical with anyone.
Just trying to
I know you're trying to keep the peace. I know you are. I know.
Like I said,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
At no time should we don't have that reasonable for. At no time should we touch somebody.
And that's self-defense. That's the only time.
Mouth to mouth.
Yes, yeah,
we
exactly.
told you what the policy is.
Yes, yeah, I
But you
understand.
also have your opinion. So
Yeah,
we take the
absolutely. And then we
punishment.
can talk about that politely, and I appreciate that. But I mean, under the law, you have the right to use reasonable force for a trespasser, but your policy for G4S says never, unless it's in self-defense, and you would.
Debrief mode. He thanks the polite guard, separating individual conduct from flawed directions. Then he remaps the risk. Police pressure can push contractors into breaching their own policies. By aligning law, policy, and personal consequence, he shows how to keep accountability humane, respectful to staff while uncompromising on rights.
End up getting fired, so I'm really happy that you didn't do that. And this is where the police can be dangerous, because they could have put you in a position where you would have got physical with me. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you wouldn't.
Thank you.
But again, it's still things like this. I can see people's names here, like work coats. All that information. That shouldn't be on display, my friend. And this is what I was trying to say in the first instance, is that I should not be able to see that information.
All right, thank you.
It's very dangerous, people's information. I'll forward that to the bosses upstairs, because I'm sure they've told you to do this. But I'll be forwarding it to the bosses upstairs in the government, and I'll make sure that things get changed, because it's not okay, guys. All right.
All right, thank you.
also, since they listen to you, could you also let them know to include the mobile phone recording supposed to be written down there?
No, that kind of goes against what
Why?
I want, doesn't it?
Yes, that's what we want.
But yeah, that
You
goes
should
against what I
notify
want.
them,
That's
right?
something
Don't you think?
that's not something I want to enforce. That's something you want to enforce. So you can chase
it's
them on that
going
channel.
to be enforced. So what are you
Yeah.
going to do? What's going to happen to you?
Oh, I mean, I would probably still ignore the sign, because it's still a public place and it's a government building, and
No.
I would still want to come in here, because the thing is yeah,
Using your mobile
because the
phone,
thing is
even though it says that
yeah,
only
okay.
good using
But
mobile
then
phone.
if I came in here not recording, okay, I came here with my phone in my pocket, and then I see, for example, you have the appointment list, okay, and I'm not recording. At that point, okay, I would take my phone out and start recording for evidence. The evidence of a crime, okay, overrides, it is a crime, data protection is a crime, the ICO can
But you still
prosecute.
record.
Yes, but then that need to record evidence
Thank you very much.
overrides the policy to not record. The need for evidence overrides it. The same with police. Like, they have body cameras. They can come in here. They'll start recording, because the need for evidence is higher than your policy, and that's where the difference comes in. When I come in here and I notice data breaches and government employees being very rude to claimants, the evidence outweighs the need. The need for evidence outweighs the policy to not record in
What
here.
if the policy changed to the need of only record if you have a job, if you're looking for a job, not record, take
pictures,
photos,
but-
and stuff.
But then, okay, so say, for example, I come in and I have had a brain injury and I have...
He highlights exposed personal data and makes the case for evidence over signage. When wrongdoing or risk appears, the need to record can outrank a no-filming poster, just as body cams do. The argument ties recording to data protection enforcement, not spectacle. Documentation becomes the safeguard that forces systems to fix themselves.
have really bad memory issues. Okay, and I come in and I'm recording. It's very clear that I'm recording, and I'm talking to the camera. So when I look back, I know what I've done this day. I know what I've seen. I know who I've spoken to. But then, because the policy says only to take pictures,
But
G4S
none
might
of
approach
us-
me and become very aggressive
Yeah.
without asking the correct questions, and that's a big issue as well. Like, a recording device can be a device that can be used to help people with, also if I have anxiety, like crippling anxiety, recording the situation might make my anxiety less.
Yeah,
There are
I would say,
situations.
we will notify you recording is not allowed.
Yeah.
But if you mention you have, like, for example,
Yeah.
memory problems,
Sure.
that you like take screenshot or record of the.
Yeah, but then
Then that's okay.
but then under data protection, nobody is like, you remember when COVID and there was like the whole issue of wearing masks. If somebody came in not wearing a mask, you weren't allowed to ask them why they're not wearing a mask, because it's discrimination against a disability. Somebody with a disability, with memory issues, with crippling anxiety that needs to record, they should not have to go around for their whole life explaining to somebody what they have, what's wrong with them, and why they need this assistance.
These people, if they don't know who you are,
Yeah. So the best thing,
reasonable
so
to
exactly the
somebody
best thing,
to ask
unless I'm going up to these people and shoving a camera in their face and trying purposely to get personal information for what looks like malicious intent. Your job should be to observe and report to the manager, and then that's all your job should be, you know. And as long as I'm not doing anybody any harm. When I came in, all I said to you was about the appointment list and the data. Other than that, all I was doing is walking around, looking at this information. I'm not harming anybody, you know. And, you know, it's not everybody, like, you know, I have a YouTube channel, you know, and I've told you anything personal, I'm going to blank out. That I will. Like, I'm not here to expose anybody for being here, or being on benefits, or private information. It's not what I'm here to do.
So don't expose my face.
Pardon?
Also, don't expose.
Unfortunately, you're an employee that's paid by the government, and you are a big part of this. You're a big
scared
part.
Your response to
I
that
know.
because you said.
No, you're a big part of the story, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I'm the leader.
Well, but you know, people are going to love you. You're the most polite person in this building, I would say. You are polite as well.
Accessibility enters the conversation. Recording can support people with memory issues or anxiety. It can be an accommodation, not a provocation. He likens it to past health policy exemptions, where probing for private reasons isn't acceptable. The narrative broadens. Filming isn't only about auditors. It can be a lifeline for ordinary visitors.
But you are extremely polite and very diplomatic. You'll get a very good response on that. But yeah.
So when is your next appointment?
What, a job centre? Oh, I don't need one. I don't need job centre appointments. YouTube pays very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much do you make?
I won't discuss that, but I wouldn't want to make you blush. But yeah.
I want to know. Maybe I can become a YouTuber.
I would recommend it. That's all I'll say.
Do you think so?
I won't tell you the exact who's, but I would recommend it if you have knowledge on something that you can give talks on. ASMR.
I think YouTubers are more about confidence.
Yeah.
I wonder what type of person.
Oh, I was very nervous when I first started doing this. Very nervous. The confidence comes with time, to be honest. It really does. Like the first time I was approached by the police like that, I'd be shaking, I'd be stuttering.
So how long did it take you to memorize the laws?
Not too long, couple of months here, and you know, like the more you do it, the more you have to. You know, when I first started, I would always say to people, if you're ever unsure in a situation, step away, look it up, and then go back if you're right. But you get to a point. I've been doing this just over a year now, so like I've been doing it a while.
Probably, I'm sure other people are also doing it. I feel like
there's
I don't know whether it's you or not.
Best practice playbook. Unless someone is harassing or mining data maliciously, security should observe and report to management rather than escalate. He stresses he arrived to view public information and flag data risks, not to shame claimants. The focus stays on systems, not individuals. Accountability without collateral damage.
I started this job.
There's quite a few people that do this sort of thing.
Do you guys have a meeting or something?
Oh no. Some people meet up and do like videos together. I like to go out by myself. It's safer.
So what kind of response do you get from the viewers?
Viewers, generally very positive. There are some people that disagree with what I say and are very negative. There's like 2 or 3 that like send like very, very hateful emails, like threats and all sorts. I could report them to the police, but I'm like, it's not really affecting me. But yeah, so some really, really don't like it, but there's generally a lot of support for it. And it depends on your approach. Like I'll come in and I'll be polite on the first instance. Like, you know, I was quite polite with the police to begin with. When they start overstepping their authority, you will see a different side of me. Like we all have different sides to ourselves. But I won't be pushed around and bullied around, especially by the police. Like, as I said to the police, they take an oath to uphold the rights of citizens, not to be bodyguards for the government and for buildings. They take that oath states that they are to uphold the rights of the Crown's citizens. And they were willing to impede on that just then. They were willing to assist you physically in removing me while exercising a right. You know, we have the right to freedom of expression, which is Article 10 of our human rights. And that basis, we have the right to gather and disseminate information for the public, for an audience. And especially things like this when this is why like, I tend to stick to government bodies.
Have you been kicked or they use force?
In a job centre, never by the police in a job centre. By G4S I have, and that's the 2 that got fired. It was in London somewhere, I can't remember which one it was now. Down Walworth, maybe? Somewhere that area.
Is that West?
Yeah, West London, I think. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it was now, but yeah, they were very aggressive. But, oh, you're going on your break. I'll leave you to it. It's very nice talking to you anyway. You take care, guys. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, a very, very pleasant G4S, which is a huge, huge change there. The Irish constable was an absolute prick. Was not happy with him at all.
He closes with perspective, his channel, audience reactions, and a principle. Stay courteous until power overreaches, then stand firm. Past incidents underscore that pushback can have consequences, from complaints to policy changes. This is the arc resolved, rights tested, process clarified, and conduct judged on camera. If you found this valuable, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.